Financial freedom is a dream for you. Social media tells you to stop working for others and start your own business. Starting a business needs skills, essential skills. One of these skills is the art of selling. I'm Dr. John Vorban. In this video, we will focus on this topic. Okay, let's start. In this video, the results of research by scientists from Michigan State University and other universities have been used. Regardless of your level of knowledge, the concept will be explained in a clear way. Okay. Method 1 for increasing sales. Your potential customer has needs they are aware of. To increase sales, you must show them needs beyond those they are already aware of. Talking about needs the buyer already knows doesn't differentiate you from your competitors. If you can talk about overlooked needs and offer solutions for them, you will be successful. Let me tell you two statistical facts. In 30 to 40% of cases, the customer sees no difference between different salespeople. And in about 80% of cases, the buyer finds only a minor difference between different sellers. Please pay attention. With the technique I just taught you, place yourself in the category of those salespeople who are different for the customer. Let me explain this sales method further with an example. The first example relates to stores that sell software. Well, you and the store next to you both sell the same set of software at specific prices. So far, both stores are the same. But when a customer comes to your store and wants to fulfill a need they are aware of, which is buying software, now you, as a salesperson, step in. As you know, installing many specialized software programs in fields like engineering can sometimes be very difficult. I've personally experienced this. This is where you, as a salesperson, come in and tell the buyer that installing these specialized software programs is difficult if they try to do it themselves. Here, you've planted a need they weren't aware of in their mind. And then you say that in your store, the software is installed for free for all customers. Here, you've also provided a solution for their new need. Now, you're different from the store next to you. And the interesting point is that you have also bought your future. Because this customer will come to you in the future for any specialized software they want to buy due to this free service. The second example is about a toy store. A mother buys a doll for her child from you. Now that she paid and completed the purchase, you can awaken an important need in her mind with one sentence. Tell her that you also have educational toys that are suitable for her child, which develop their mind and enhance their intelligence, awakening the first need. You also tell the buyer that the whole family can play with these educational toys together, and by doing this, you succeed in bringing the whole family together for a while, awakening the second need. Moreover, these educational toys are one of the best ways to detach your child from the social media and bring them into the real world, awakening the third need. A creative technique was employed which awakened 3 new needs in the customer's mind. In general, with methods similar to what has been mentioned, you have taken a step towards increasing sales. Okay, let's move on to the second method. If buyers aren't responding to your product and it bothers you, first be honest with yourself and see if your product is truly valuable and practical. Then, honestly ask yourself if your product is better than your competitors' products. If your product lacks the necessary quality, or your competitors produce a better product, then you shouldn't be listening to this video, because this video is for those who produce a good product but want to increase sales. If you are not in this category, you should focus on the quality of your product first and solve this main problem somehow. However, if you produce a truly high quality product that isn't being well seen, a simple solution is to offer it to people for free. For a temporary period, give the product to people for free so that its quality is proven to them. Note that even when giving away your product for free, some people might still not be drawn to you for various reasons. Don't hesitate. Go to them by yourself. Let your quality be your greatest advertisement. Let's examine an example together. You've just opened a fast food restaurant, and your business location and conditions are such that your target customer includes people living nearby. Here, you prepare a package with a small portion of each of your fast food items, and these packages are delivered to the homes of local residents for free at night, when most family members are at home. This way, your target customers become familiar with all your fast foods. For instance, the father of a family might like your pizza, while the son might prefer the hamburger. The point is that you've also conducted an informal survey, because in the following days, by the influx of people wanting to buy pizza, for example, and a lack of interest in your hamburger, you'll understand which of your fast foods is popular and which isn't, and its quality needs to be improved, or it should be removed from your menu entirely. Another scenario exists. If you own a fast food restaurant and have added a new item to your menu, give out small free portions of this new item alongside your regular orders to customers. This way, the new dish can also find its fans among customers. Okay? The next method is based on mathematics. Using numbers to present your business statistics to customers is a scientific way to attract them. Remember that humans lie, but numbers never do. Therefore, use numbers to build customer trust. Here are a few ways to present statistics for your business. Example 1. Last year, according to a survey we conducted among customers, over 90% welcomed our special plan for car purchases in installments, and more than 85% expressed surprise at the low monthly installments. Example 2, private university. Over the past 3 years, based on survey results, 87% of those who came to our university for education and skill gaining have successfully found employment related to their field of study within less than 4 months of graduation, which is a great honor for our university. I believe these two examples clearly illustrate the importance of scientific statistics. Be sure to note that important business statistics should be communicated to the customer both verbally, in writing, or online. Important statistics should always be visible to the customer to keep them engaged. A crucial point in businesses is to present customer satisfaction statistics, especially from prominent and well-known clients. Institutions that are your that are your clients or famous individuals who are your customers should be visible on your website or at your place of business to build trust in ordinary customers. A photo of prominent institutions or individuals who are your clients with a short caption about them is very useful. For example, Dr. X, winner of the National Economics Award, has honored us by choosing our bank for collaboration. Or Institution Y, which was among the top 3 exporters last year, has honored us by choosing our insurance company for cooperation. If your business doesn't have specific successful statistics to present, strive to achieve even small local successes, not national or international. Even these small success statistics can be helpful. Finally, remember, never ever stray from honesty when presenting statistics, not at any price. Okay? The continuation of this video will be provided in the second part. I hope you enjoyed today's discussion and found this video helpful for your business. Have a great day. Thanks.